The heights by great men reached and kept were not attained by sudden flight, but they, while their companions slept, were toiling upward in the night. My dear lovely people, if you could please do me a favor, is give me a little bit of your time and pause for a moment, watch this video until the end, please. So, let me begin by explaining that proverb. I mean, that philosophy. That philosophy was said by Longfellow. So, the philosophy is saying that the heights by great men reached and kept were not attained by sudden flight, meaning that the success was not achieved overnight. All those success you see in the world today, those ones, they took a long process to be achieved. They had to undergo a lot of failures for them to reach to where they are. The celebrities we know today, getting 50 million followers, they started with only one follower, two, three, four, up to five. I mean 50 million. That's how it goes. So it did not happen overnight. There is nothing like overnight sensation or overnight success. So let me tell you my story. I moved to Kenya in 2023 to train as an athlete with Kenya is known as the home of athletics, home of champions. So I came to the Rift Valleys in Kenya, sites of Iten and Kaptagat. And I've been training with the elites for about 3 years now. But if I can tell you that for the first time I arrived here in Kenya, it has been difficult for me. My breathing, I had a lot of issues with the altitude because where I come from was a low altitude area. So my first year was like a year of learning how to adapt to the environment and how to adapt to the weather. So the first year went well, but with a lot of struggles and a lot of lessons learned. Then my second year also, I had to rediscover my real event because the time I came to Kenya, I came here as an 800-meter runner. And then for a while, I discovered that 800 meter is 800 meter is not working for me by then. So I had to go back to 400 meters and then maybe I could think of 800-meter later in the future. So the second year was a little bit of understanding again of the game. It's not easy, man, to adapt to this running culture, especially when you are training with the elites. If you know the people who used to go from Kenya to run in Europe, in America, those are the people, man. They are really fast. Those guys are fast. Those guys are eating local foods, but they are doing really well. That was my second year. My second year, I did not enjoy. But my third year, which is now 2026, which is this year exactly, I have locked in, I have focused, I have trained, everything was just on point. My training was intentional and everything was, like I said, on point. I got to shape in the 400 meters, but I went to competition like 3 times. The first competition I went, I got a small injury. I ignored that. I was like, maybe I can get back. The second competition I went, again, I felt the injury it was increasing a little bit. Then I worked on the injury for a while with my massage doctor, the physio. But the third competition, it have torn up my muscle, which is the quad muscle, and I could not run for like 3 months. So it has affected me for a while. Despite all this, I I felt bad, man. I was feeling so bad all the time, but I got most of the encouragement from my colleagues, my teammates, and the coach that Rome wasn't built in a day. That's what they used to tell me. And I listen to them, man, because I see their performance is also great. And when they speak to me, I feel good. I feel relieved. So all these were my challenges I've been facing. Those are real life situation. Up to here, I hope you're still continuing watching the video. I know it will get interesting in a while. So now I have shifted my focus. Instead of thinking about my past failures, instead of thinking about my struggles, I have shifted my focus uh, into learning, because all those failures have taught me a lot of things. You know, I did not go to university, so I have to do something else, because if I continue getting injuries over and over again, my parents back at home won't feel good also. Like the age is I mean, we are aging fast, and the time is moving so fast. So I had to discover something. I had to do something. Then I told my father that let me try to do some digital marketing online studies. I tried that for 2 months, but then I discovered that I don't think I can continue doing that course. Something just told me like I have to quit the course. And I did my research and I found out that I had to quit. Then I emailed the school, the institution, that please forgive me for personal reasons. I am quitting the course, and I requested to defer my classes, and they accepted the application. I mean, they accepted my request, and I was so happy for that. Then I thought of starting my own YouTube channel, and this is how I created my channel, knowing that through this platform I will be able to share my struggles, my failures, my success, and yeah, especially the lessons I learned about life, about my journey. All those I can turn them into content, and that's why you see me. I I'm working extra hard to produce more videos as content in this platform, so that it could help in the future. If not now, in the future, because let's go back to the Longfellow philosophy before. The heights by great men reached and kept. So the height I'm trying to reach and keep, I believe it's not going to be reached over the night or in one day only. I'll have to persevere, I'll have to work extra hard to achieve my goal. And my goal is to reach 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. I know it's possible, but even if it takes time, but it's possible. And also to maintain my followers, my lovely people, to maintain my lovely people. Now, I was also inspired by big athletes, big names, the likes of Usain Bolt. Let me tell you a little bit of a story of Usain Bolt. Usain Bolt has failed, has made a big failure in 2004 Athens Olympics. Was it Athens? But I don't remember well. But around exactly 2004. 2004 was his first Olympics. His youth, he was a youth. But then he entered the stadium. The stadium knew him, he was a fast guy, and everyone knew he was the favorite among all the other athletes. But what happened in the final of the 200 meters men? He got number 5. He got position 5. He felt disappointed. He struggled. So you see, from having that confidence to losing hope, someone like Usain Bolt, that's where he met his great coach, Glen Mills, the Jamaican coach, who took his time to coach Usain Bolt. And Usain Bolt went off for 4 years to train for the next Olympics, which was held in 2008. Glen Mills taught him a great lesson that you must learn to fail first so that you can learn to win. That was the lesson Glen Mills taught him. But he did not understand that until 2 years later when he recalled what Glen Mills told him. That was the time he became extra disciplined on his career. He went on in 2008, breaking the world record, and he went on breaking more records, and until he retired in 2017, successfully. So I've realized that if you don't have, if you have never failed in your life, you will never have a great story to tell. Because if you are only succeeding, what will you tell the people? How will you inspire the young ones who are struggling with themselves? There's no way you can tell them. There's no way you can tell people today that I'm a successful person and I'm always on point, I'm always great, I've been this, and you keep everything to be about yourself. No one is going to get inspired because you did not show them the tough route, the trenches. So failure teaches us lessons that success cannot teach us. This takes me to the story of Thomas Edison. I know most of us know Thomas Edison, the light bulb creator. And Thomas Edison has tried 10,000 times to create the light bulb, but he failed. He failed 10,000 times, and he finally stated that I have not failed. It's just that I have found 10,000 ways that did not work. So he rewrited. I mean, so he turned failure into positivity by saying that he did not fail, but he found 10,000 times that did not work for him. So he inspired millions of people around the globe, and today the lights we see all over, we remember Thomas Edison. Shout out to Thomas Edison, and now also the story of J.K. Rowling. This woman was so poor. She was a single mother, divorced, but had only one child, and she used to ride beside her child, struggling. She struggled for a very long time, for years. She has been rejected by a lot of publishers, and she wrote 12 articles, and the publishers told her that your story is too long, it cannot bring us sales. So she has been rejected for many times, until her 13th article that went to the CEO. I don't remember which CEO was that, but there was some part in that 13th article that the daughter of the CEO laughed the most. So that's how J.K. Rowling became famous from that time, because her success just went like a skyrocket in an instant. Nobody believed that. She believed in her whole life that she's a failure. Yeah, she stated a lot of times in interviews that she is a big failure she ever knew. So God just changed her life like that. No one thought before that something magical could happen, but it did. So you see, so to my dear loved ones who are struggling out there, please be encouraged. Never get discouraged, because your life can change anytime. Only if you keep your mind on the positive side. Always think positive, even though uh, no matter how tough it is. Always think positive, and when the positivity stacks itself daily, every day, it becomes something great. It becomes massive success. So let's focus, let's lock in, let's think positive, my lovely people. And that's it. Please allow me to read for you a small script for me to wind up the story. So for me to wind up this whole story is, I want to say a massive thank you to every single one of you watching this video. Your time is the most valuable currency on earth, and the fact that you chose to spend it here listening to me is something I truly do not take for granted. All right, my lovely people, stay blessed, take care, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace be with you.